in the kicking game, but we had some kicks that helped us with field position, but we didn't force any turnovers in the kicking game, and we didn't score in the kicking game, and those are things that we've got to continue to try to do. A lot of young guys did play well. Alex Okafor had his best game since he's moved inside. He played great. We're really proud of him. He's making progress there. We put him in a tough spot because we were thin at that tackle position, and he has been positive. He keeps working. He hasn't griped about being in there at all. He's still about 270, 265 to 270, but he's learning to play with his pads down. So next year we can play him outside or inside, and he, like Sam Acho, can give us a lot of ability and a lot of different options with that ability to use what we want. Kenny Vaccaro keeps making plays all over the field. He intercepted a pass Saturday and got his hands on another one. And he's a big hitter, and we have to be careful because we're playing him a lot on special teams, and he's one of the best special teams players we've got. Even on kickoff the other day, Oklahoma State decided to kickoff return. They decided to double team him because he makes such an impact on even the kicking teams. And Carrington Bynum is really coming through and doing well. After we lost Shockey, and Curtis Brown's been hurt on and off a lot of the year, and I'm looking at Carrington Bynum the other night lining up and covering Blackman one-on-one out there and knocked the ball loose and did a good job. So Carrington's really getting a lot of people's attention. Young guy on offense that'll be a real star before he finishes is Trey Hopkins. He is playing so well in the offensive line. We played 3 freshmen the other day, and starting in the offensive line, Peyton Kelly's coming and will be a really good player here. Mason Walters played his best game Saturday night. So it was tough for Garrett and the offense, some of those young guys out there, but we thought they hung in there and tried to fight pretty well. And of course, Mike Davis continues to get better each week. He's going to have a great career at Texas. In fact, I think he broke our freshman receiving record the other night, and that's after missing 2.5 games. On the injury front, we've got a lot of guys that are playing banged up and hurt. You just look at Emmanuel Acho. He's fought through a sore knee all year, and poor Keenan Robinson's been banged up a lot. But a lot of the guys are playing with minor injuries that obviously they have been released by the medical staff to play. But the way we've struggled, you would think some of them might be ducking out and not stepping up and playing, and I don't see that at all. Thought the kids had a great attitude Saturday night. They fought from behind when they were in trouble some, and after the game they want to get better, and they're still working hard to do that. Jackson Jeffcoat did not play Saturday night again, but he does think, in talking to the trainers, that he's made some progress over the weekend. So hopefully he will get to practice some this week. So we do think that we'll watch, but we think Kyle Hicks has a chance to play this weekend. I know Michael Huey's doing better. He was walking around yesterday, but they do not think he will play this weekend. But they also feel like they'll watch Greg Timmons, and hopefully he'll be through with his sickness and have a chance to practice this week so he can get back. We'll have to monitor Fozzie for his stinger throughout the week. He came out in the first half. We tried to put him back in once, and he got it hit again. So Cody Johnson had to carry the load on Saturday night. Trey Newton, he, his family, and the doctors have decided he's through with football. So he will not play anymore. And Trey will be over this morning to sit and talk to you about it. It is obviously for medical reasons. But because of the sensitivity of releasing individual medical records of kids and HIPAA, we thought it would be better for Trey to come up. He's had a great career at Texas. He's a great young man. He's a super student. He's never been in my office for anything but positives. He will stay with our team. I think he's got another year to graduate. We'll try to help him. He'll work with these young running backs to try to help them get back on track, and some of them will need to play early next year. Because of the lack of numbers at that position right now. But he's a guy that Texas fans should applaud and appreciate because he's done everything we've asked him to do. He's helped us win ball games, and he's a young guy who has a great future ahead of him. So we're disappointed that we won't have Trey on the field anymore, but he can still, again, thank you for all the things you've done for us, Trey. You've earned your scholarship, and you can still do a lot on that sideline with the kids to try to help them. Cody would start today, Cody Johnson at tailback if we were playing today. The game with Florida Atlantic is very important for us to finish positive. Still have a chance to get to a bowl game. I appreciate the fans thanking these seniors, but also we're trying to keep these young guys motivated that are playing as well. Most everybody on this team will be back next year. We're adding a top-notch recruiting class to this group, and we feel like that by finishing strong, that'll give us more momentum going into the off season, finish recruiting strong, and have a great spring practice, and next year get back to the standard that we expect at the University of Texas. This class has been the best academic class in the history of Texas football. They've done everything right off the field. Obviously, we're disappointed on the field, but we have to thank them for all the great moments they've given us, and appreciate the young ones for the moments that they have ahead. Howard Snellenberger is a great coach. Obviously, we've all looked at him from Louisville to Miami to Louisville to the NFL for all he's done, and then even at Oklahoma. So our fans are very aware of him. I don't think coach has changed much. It's still the pro-style two-back offense. Their offensive coordinator left from when we played them a number of years ago, and Darrell Jackson, who was the receiver coach at that time, is now the offensive coordinator. They're going to be balanced between run and pass, and a lot of the guys that played against us as younger players will play. Jeff Van Camp, the quarterback, played the last half against us, or some of it. He was a great player. Gene Lester's a great player at receiver. He's got 46 receptions. A tight end, Rob Hausler from San Antonio, is a pro prospect. He's got 31 catches at 6'5", 230. I was talking to Dwayne about him. He's from Judson, and we looked at him, and at that time he was a 200-pound thin little guy that now is at 230 and playing really, really well. So he'll be a pro prospect and a very good player coming back home. Unlike us, Florida Atlantic has won their last 3 games, and they'll be coming in with a lot of hope that they can beat the Longhorns. Defensively, they're a 4-down defense. They've got had only 17 snaps of 3 down. That's basically blitz. They're tough, like Coach Snellenberger. They're sound. They're well coached. They only blitz about 16% of the time, and they've got 7 seniors starting on defense. Questions?